keep going. Okay, stop.
Yo, so I was sat in the toilet yesterday and I was thinking about the easiest and dumbest way I could break down the exact strategy that I've used to build my personal brand to allow me to live my dream life, meet cool ass people and improve my network drastically. Allowed me to be an authority in the industry that I'm in and has allowed me to scale my business to multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I was in my toilet and I thought, why don't I just bring you guys along my day and tell you guys the exact 3 steps that I've used to build my personal brand. And I've written everything down in this book. Yo, so we spent too much time walking around this area. I'm not sure if you watched the montage, but it was super aesthetic. Now it's 8:30 p.m. Not the best use of time, but we're gonna climb up this hill and we're gonna shoot the first segment. Yeah, let's see if we make it in time before the park closes.
What's the first segment about?
I don't know, to be honest. It's for you tell me.
Authority bias.
Authority bias.
Yeah.
So the very first thing that we're going to talk about is this idea called authority bias, and it's the ability to turn opinions to fact. It's the ability to do the same thing as your competitor, give the exact same value, but have your words carry way more weight. And the way in which you achieve that is through building a personal brand that's likable. If you build a personal brand purely off value and trying to sell, you will never achieve authority bias. When you build something that people can really relate to, where you can really tap into someone's emotion and you make someone feel something first, that's how you get your value to stick with them. Just give value and try to teach them like you're already an authority, you will never be able to influence anybody. So that is the idea of authority bias. You build it by building a very likable personal brand, and you build it by giving proof that you can help people achieve the desired outcome that they want to achieve. And you do that by showing client case studies and building a brand around your personality, your values and your beliefs. Likeable content is getting someone to strongly agree with you or strongly disagree with you. So for example, Alex Hormozi, his idea of grinding every single day, sacrificing everything, can turn people away and can turn people towards it, right? The people that work hard, sacrifice everything, their whole life is around their business and what they do to make money. That is what makes Hormozi extremely likable, but that's also what turns people away from it. That's how you make your opinion actually matter. We can look at authority bias in the way of selling commodities, right? And I'll show you an example of what this means for a personal brand as well. So let's say you have a white shoe. Slap a Nike logo on that white shoe and you have another white shoe with no logo. Now that white shoe with the Nike logo is a lot more expensive, a lot more popular. People gravitate towards it. Why? It's because that shoe has branding. There's associations attached to that white shoe. There's a legacy attached to that white shoe. There's specific beliefs that are attached to that white shoe. Right? Even though it's providing the exact same value as that other white shoe that has no brand, the same thing applies to your brand. You can say the exact same thing as someone else, but if the associations are attached to that other person saying the exact same thing as you, and they are more resonant and they are more likable, their opinions are going to carry more weight compared to yours. It's the exact same concept. That's why I genuinely believe that information is commoditized, and how you uncommoditize information, how you add more value around the information you're providing, is by actually building a brand through the associations that you have around your name, how likable you are, and the beliefs that you have, and also the lifestyle that you're living. Just like how authentic you can be to your audience.
What was the second chapter again?
Timeless content, creating content that no one else can replicate. Or when you have like authority bias and you're making content that no one else can replicate, you actually have a one-of-one personal brand.
How can I create timeless content though?
It's by documenting, actually recording every single unique experience that you have and being intentional when you're recording it. So if you look at all the biggest guys in the space, Iman Ghazi, Daniel Dalen, Mr. 428, all they're doing is just documenting their lives. You know, they're all in their element when they're in content because they've all treated content like a lifestyle. Now they become content machines. But they're in a situation now where
they can post any piece of content and no one can replicate it. Because they're documenting every single unique experience. And those who fuck with their beliefs, their values, will follow along for the journey as well. But yeah.
It links well to the authority bias as well. Because then it's like,
Make content that no one else can replicate. Have authority bias where people actually like and care about you. Bro, the personal brand that you build is fucking insane.
I mean, that's probably why I bought into you so easily. If someone's struggling with like documenting, like you just mentioned for yourself, like what would be your piece of advice to them?
Record everyday life. Record your coaching calls if you're a coach. Record you speaking to your team. Record you like giving advice to someone. Record you working. The reason why is because you're in your element. You're comfortable, right? You're not forcing an act. And that allows you to enter flow state. And that also allows you to enjoy content a lot more and operate at a higher level because you now produce and film content more efficiently as well.
What would you say to someone who feels like their life is too boring to film?
I mean, we can refer back to the things that I just previously said. You don't have to live a crazy lifestyle. You can still capture unique moments where you're talking to a team member. Someone will find value in how you manage and lead a team. Someone will find value in how you speak to a client and the advice you give to a client. Kind of like how we're having this conversation right now.
Yeah.
No one can really replicate a situation like this. We're just having a conversation with a nice view in the back, eating Simmer Eats. Sponsor us. That's how you make really enjoyable content to watch. And then when you have that, bro, you can make any piece of content. People will watch it regardless. It doesn't matter what you make. Because your brand will has so much likability, it has so much authority, it has so much credibility that people are just gravitated towards you. This is low-key hella mid. That looks nice, so I would have had that instead. But that's like the second lesson I would teach for someone trying to build a genuine personal brand that can print them millions and have people follow them for who they actually are. And that becomes a long-term asset as well. This was us.
Simmers don't sponsor us.
The last part of the 3 dumb strategies, pillars, whatever you want to call them, that I want to talk about is positioning. When it comes to positioning, this is what separates you from everybody else. You can post amazing content, but how you actually convert your audience and get your audience to trust you is by showing that you're actually capable of getting people to the result that you're promising to get them. So this is showing your case studies. This is leveraging the results that you've achieved, and whether in your bio, your highlights, your descriptions, or YouTube videos, your case studies, the results you've achieved for everybody else should be blasted everywhere. And again, positioning and the positioning of your brand is not just the content that you're posting. No, it's everything else. It's how you fulfill. If you fulfill, your clients represent you, and which gives you even more stronger positioning because those guys become walking billboards for you, right? Imagine when you're not in the room, the words that are said are all positive from your clients. It's your team members, it's how you lead them, it's how they carry them. That also plays a huge role for your positioning. So what I'd like to say here is the positioning of your brand is not just the content that you post, it's the lifestyle that you live. It's what's said about you when you're not in the room. It's how your team members represent your business. It's everything, it's your lifestyle. That is what makes great brand positioning. When you have that, you're viewed in a more positive light. You're viewed more as an authority. So now imagine you have content that no one can ever forget. You have authority bias where people prefer listening to you over everybody else. And everything that represents you is perceived in such a high standard. That is how you build a sick personal brand that can scale any business and that can allow you to live your dream life. So yeah guys, that is the 3 dumb pillar strategies, whatever you want to call them, of how to build a sick personal brand.
What are the main mistakes that you'd expect to see with their brand?
Well, the biggest mistake that most people make when it comes to positioning themselves correctly and attracting and appealing to the right type of people is they don't understand who they're actually speaking to in the first place. They're showing things and they're associating themselves to things that might not even be appealing to the higher level individual that they're trying to attract. So for example, if you like anime and you associate yourself to anime characters, but you're trying to appeal to a higher level, more sophisticated audience, they're not going to really like you, right? Or let's say you have a client in the OnlyFans management niche,
but you're trying to attract really down to earth, morally correct, no disrespect to the OnlyFans guys, but those types of people, you're obviously not going to attract them. So you have to be very intentional with the person that you're trying to attract, and making sure that you cultivate your brand and the people around you and your team members to embody those values and to match the person that you're trying to speak to in your content. Also, positioning is understanding where you are in your current journey. A lot of people who are just starting out are posting like they are the expert, when they should be documenting and posting their learnings along the way whilst they're achieving their goals. That's way more respectable than trying to build this false sense of authority where you're trying to educate people and no one really gives a fuck about you. So make sure you can, with your positioning, you understand your situation and you take advantage and weaponize the situation so you can better your marketing and better your perception. Your perception when you're coming off as the educator, as the person of expertise, when you have nothing to prove, it rubs people off the wrong way. But when you're coming from a place of authenticity and you're showing your learnings and you're documenting, that's way more respectable and people have a reason to follow you. And now, when you win, they have a reason to celebrate with you as well. Okay, sick, let's go.
Alright, sick guys. So we just arrived back at the flat. This view is fucking insane. It's always a blessing to wake up here and go to sleep here and see this every single night. But it's because I built a personal brand following those exact strategies. That's how I got to this position. I'm not trying to sell you guys on anything, but yeah, that's it for this YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed the journey, enjoyed spending your time with me along my day. And yeah, hope you guys found value in this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.